G'day everyone, Raid0AU and welcome back to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival in Alpha 6. This is episode number 2 and we are continuing on with early game, following the Robinson Protocol. You can see on the right hand side there that I've mined everything that I could, except for the silicon. What I have done is I've come back over to the iron deposit and mined a bit more of that. So, you see here we've got a bit of spoiled food. I did get attacked by a couple of plant monsters while I was doing that. And you do get sprouts off of them. But first of all, I'm here at the iron deposit. We'll go and do the silicon in a minute. You'll see that my food's getting a bit low, 133. I do have food back at Hongo over there. But with Akua, it's actually quite good for being able to pick up food. So these plants here, it's a bit foggy at the moment, so let's turn our light on, might help. These are Akua berries. So if you pick those up, they will regenerate over time. And then we've got those in here. These will give us 50 health each. They do reduce our body temperature a little bit. They'll also provide a bit of health. They last 24 minutes in your inventory and provide you with 25 stamina. So, easiest way, I think I mentioned in the last episode, is just hold down shift and right click. And that will eat them. You can't spam it. It does take a little bit of time for each one. But it's a good way initially when you're out and about, just to go around and like keep your food up. Kua berries generally are okay. I don't believe you can get food poisoning from them. I don't remember ever getting food poisoning from them. I definitely, oh, here comes the rain. I've definitely received food poisoning from corn dogs. So here's another bush. There's quite a few of these around, so we can pick that up. There's another one over here. And this is another one here. So particularly on Akua, and to be honest on every planet, it's worthwhile having a look at the plants that are around, because they'll all have different things that they can do. So probably should pick up my motorbike. Let's pick up my motorbike and we're just going to wander around this little area and just have a look at the plants. So you see here we've got sugarcane here. Sugarcane's used in some of the recipes in the food processor. Not everything is you are able to pick up. So more berries here. And sometimes you'll find you'll pick stuff up and it will actually perish. It'll go beyond the perish and it'll turn into spoiled food. That's okay, because you do need spoiled food to make some items for farming. So these here are Eleon honey. And they regenerate. You see those are around the place. And you'll see with Eleon honey, it's effective against an open wound. So if you get an open wound, you can use that to get rid of it. Do give you a decent amount of food and things like that. So pixie stalks, these ones here. Pixie stalk bundle. Pixie stalk bundle is effective against poisonous bite. Doesn't give you any food, but it does increase your health and gets rid of a poisonous bite should you get attacked by a spider or something like that, or you can get poisoned by the plant monsters. Cobra leaves. Cobra leaves are used in some of the crafting, I believe, in the food processor, but it's more for medicine. These little things here, Alien Plasma ZR1, worth grabbing when you see them. They are used for making the small med kits. So these ones down here, small med kits, you use those. Once again, it's done in the food processor. We've got Varan root here. Varan root, effective once again against poisonous bite. You do lose food with that one, but it will give you 250 health. And it lasts an hour in your inventory, so that's quite a decent one. Some more Varan root there. And every one of these that you pick up, you gain experience for doing it. So we've got a few more berries here, we can pick those up. You'll see down on the bottom left by the bars down there, when I pick things up, 100 XP for that. So early on, as well as a way of gaining food, it's a good way of gaining experience as well. So we'll pick up the honey, pick that up, more berries. You just see how many berries are around. There's heaps of them. Cobra leaves. And, you know, am I going to use all of these? Probably not. But at the moment, it's worth picking them up for experience purposes. Sugarcane, more berries. Sugarcane, more berries. There we go, level 4. I've hit level 4. So, and that was just travelling between the iron and the silicon deposits. So, all these plant fibres. You do need plant fibres. Grab them when you see them. Plant fibres. You can grow plant fibres, so it's worthwhile grabbing them. Plant fibres don't perish. Aloe vera. Aloe vera is used in some of the medicine stuff. More of the advanced, like the large med kits and things like that. We'll pick that up. So it is only used in crafting. Does have a perish time on it, but you can grow that as well. So we'll keep heading over to the silicon deposit. So never forget about the plants, especially on Akua, because the planet is rich in them. It's the silicon deposit. Alright, so we hit level 4 and we're already 20% into level 5. So, and you see here we've got 48 Akua berries, so you need a whole heap of these. There we go. Food's at maximum. Alright, so here's the silicon. Now the other thing you'll notice is when I bring my drill out, on the right hand side down the bottom there, it says 579/0. So I've got 579 fuel left for the drill, but I've got no biofuel left after this. And we'll look at that in a moment. Now we do need biofuel, or we eventually for mining purposes you're not going to need biofuel, because we'll move over to fuel packs, or drill charges I should say, which you need fuel packs for. You craft those, but initially you might need to make yourself some more biofuel. So we'll see if we can't do that in a moment. Hopefully the water nearby has what we need. So we just want to mine. How many do we need? 30 silicon ore. Yeah. So we'll just mine it until it finishes that quest. Or that stage of the Robinson Protocol. Must be getting close. There we go. Alright. So, the reason I went back over to the iron was, as was pointed out, I believe it was by Stephen Douglas. So thank you very much for that. We'll grab those. Grab that. Was that the next part in this, I sometimes get a bit ahead of myself. The next part in the quest, or the early tutorial thing, was to process the ore. So we're going to go back to base, and then it wants us to process everything. Now, I'd already chucked everything in there and started them processing. So, alright, so we need to also make a bit more biofuel at the moment. Now for that we need seaweed, and you're only going to find that in water. So we need to put our helmet on by pressing U. Then we want to head down. We'll turn our light on. No, we had our light on. We'll turn it back on. Hopefully, it's a decent sized water. So hopefully this has some seaweed in it. Take everything out of our hands. That way, basically, if you've got something in your hand like a weapon or a tool or something like that, you'll sink straight to the bottom. If you don't, then you can sort of swim at certain levels. Makes it a bit easier. I'm not seeing any seaweed. It's a bit unfortunate. Gotta be some seaweed here somewhere, surely. We'll just keep heading towards base. Now, sprint does work down here as well. So if you hold down shift, you'll swim a bit faster. I believe there's no seaweed here. Alright, I'm out of stamina. It's a bit unfortunate. Alright, so it's flashing up the message telling me what to do. Because I haven't done it yet. Alright. So no luck with seaweed that way. It's okay. Alright, let's take our helmet off. Well, we'll come over to the survival constructor. We did go through this in the last part of it, but in the last episode. But we'll dump all our ores in there. Okay, and it wants us to then make. So I'm just going to do the same. Control, click on each of these, get it to mate them. Promethium pellets and magnesium. Okay. So that's everything. Iron. Got some rock dust there. I suppose I could tell it to do some more rock dust. Yeah, we'll tell it to do that. Alright. And while it's doing that, what I'm going to do... Oh, have we run out of... Yes. That's okay. I'm going to dump all of this in there now. So we're up to 8%. Something to bear in mind, because you want to make sure that your food doesn't... actually, that doesn't need to go in there. Only stuff with perish time you need to put in there. And then we can put these in here. Oh, we don't want that in there. We'll put those in there for now. That can come down on here. And we'll just eat a few more berries. Alright, now we'll get rid of that. Come down to our oxygen generator. We'll grab the oxygen out of there. Now, one thing we can do with the oxygen, put 6 in there. If we go into our templates under ammunition, we have these small O2 bottles. We already have 2 of them, but we can craft some more, and you get 2 of these for each one of these. So they're not the most efficient, but they do it a pinch. What do I want? No, I want that, and I want to... we only need 5 in there. So we're starting to process those ores. What I want to do is I want to go and have a look for some more seaweed. Because there must be seaweed in here, surely. Alright, this looks more promising over here. Okay. Turn our light on. Alright, so underwater, there's the main things you're going to find. This is seaweed here. These regenerate. This is seaweed. Seaweed. These here are pentaxid crystals. Now, this isn't something we're going to need early on, but it's worth grabbing them when you see them, because you do need quite a few of them. And that's used for fuel in the warp drive for your capital vessel. So yeah, this is a good spot here. There's lots of seaweed here. Over here, there's Alien Thorn. Also got one of those crystals. I'll pick that up. Alien Thorn is once again used in crafting. Now I believe you use it to craft the injections in the food processor, and that is for combating parasitic infections, which you can get from time to time. So lots of seaweed here, another crystal. Now the other thing that uses biofuel is the chainsaw. And you may want to be using that if you want to chop down any trees and harvest the wood from it early on. Alright, That's probably enough, I reckon. Pick up the Alien Thorn. There we go, level 5. Hit. And basically those levels have been gathered effectively just by collecting plants. Alright, so we'll head back to Hongo. The silicon is processed. Still processing it at the moment. So we've just got promethium and we need to create some fuel packs, which we will do once that's done. Alright. So the other thing is, if we go back into our templates in the survival constructor. Once again, it's under ammunition, and you'll see here biofuel needs 5 seaweed. It only gives you 1, but it fills 1 charge, fills up the whole lot. We'll come over and we will, let's see, we can, 1 more seaweed would have been nice. We could have made 10, but we'll queue up 10 for that as well. Alright, so promethium pellets are being made. Anything we want to put in there? Alien Thorn doesn't have a perish time, so that can go in here, that can go in there. We'll stick some oxygen in here. There we go, that's at 100% now. Alright, good. Now the other thing in Alpha 6 is, what's it, ATM? A lot of furniture has, let's take our helmet off so we're not continuously using, but a lot of furniture has benefits to it. So this one's actually not, oh there we go, yep. So this recovers stamina using a bed. This up here is a ventilator. Now on Akua we don't actually need a ventilator. So, but on other planets you would need to use this ventilator to make sure this was oxygenated. And then you could walk around here without your helmet on and you're not using your personal oxygen. You'll be using whatever oxygen the base has. Okay. How are we going here? Not too bad. Flick those over. And then put them all back over here. The crafters will use stuff that's in the output hopper. I like to move them up here, just as personal preference. So we've got a decent amount of resources. Now, if we need to get rid of stuff in the construction queue, because I want to move on with the tutorial, you have to stop it if you want to get rid of this one. While it's running, we'll leave that one running. You can just, if you go down to the construction queue and left click on it, it'll remove 1. Shift left click, remove 10. Control left click, remove 100. So that was 10 at a time, it's 100 at a time. To get rid of this one, I can't get rid of it while it's crafting. So I need to turn that off. And then we can get rid of that one. Turn it back on. Flip those over. And under components, we then find we have the fuel packs. And it wants us to make some fuel packs. You get 2 for each one. It takes 10 pellets. So we can make 23 times 2, so 46. We'll make 40 to start with. Okay. So, We've moved on to the next. I'll just let those continue crafting. Moved on to the next one. Go hunting. Kill an animal and loot an animal. So for that purposes, what it's given us an assault rifle. And a few bullets. We're going to need more bullets than that at some point. Now, also on the toolbar, if you have a look on that toolbar at the bottom, the first 4 items have a green bar next to them. That is durability. You can repair them. There is a repair station that we can make, or you need to make a new one if that gets too low. But they all have durability. When you repair them, they won't go back to 100% durability, and the maximum durability they can have reduces. So over time you're going to need to replace things if you continue using it. It's alright, so it wants us to find an animal. So press R to reload. So we've got some animals over here. Grab stuff on the way through for some added XP. So these things here are pretty docile, and they'll generally run away when you start to shoot at them. So I just want to get as close as possible to them before I start. Alright, so aiming for the head because we want maximum damage. You see how it's running away. It's going to take a few bullets to take this thing down. There we go. No oxygen. We'll turn our helmet on just for the moment. And then we just want to come up to it, press F. You see we get some raw meat and mule milk. I was hoping to get a bit more meat than that from it. Now there is just one other plant I just quickly want to show. Which is this plant over here. This one's a good one. You can grow these. Textured plant protein. It does have a perish time on it. 29. But it will give you 20 food and 100 health back. Also 50 stamina. So it is actually quite a good one. Now you'll see meat has a perish time of 19. The mule milk also has a perish time on it. Grab the aloe vera while we're here. Grab the berries on the way back. So it wants us to go back to base. We'll pick up whatever we come across on the way back, just for XP. So there's the corn dogs I was talking about before. Can get food poisoning from them, but in a pinch, it's a good source of food. There we go. These ones up. Okay. So back to base. Create a meal. Alright. So there's our fuel packs. So create a meal. In the survival constructor we can make some food. In the other constructors you can't. You need to use the food processor. And the easiest thing to make to start off with if you've killed an animal is salami. Provide you with 100 food, 10 health. It's got a perish time of 70 minutes. So we'll make one of those. Mule milk you can use to make cheese, but we need to make a food processor to be able to do that. So there we go, we've got our salami. Let's just fill the fridge. Well, I could probably fill the fridge just by putting this stuff in. And we'll put that in there. There we go. Right, make yourself at home. Open the control panel and go to the registry. Alright, well, we'll just dump this stuff in here. Reload our weapon. How many bullets we got left? 100. Not too many. And just before we do the next part of that, what I want to do is I'm going to come in here and now you'll notice that we've got the assault rifle. We don't have the ability to make bullets. And that's because we haven't... It's given us the assault rifle, but we haven't unlocked the ability to create the assault rifle. And to be able to make the ammunition, you need to unlock the ability to make the weapon itself. So I'm just coming down here, just going to chuck a whole heap of fuel packs into the oxygen generator. And then we're going to go into P, press P, and I'm going to go fill all with these. There we go. So we got 70% fuel. And then down in here, we've still got some promethium ore that we haven't processed. So what we're going to do is we are going to process some more. We want the magnesium processed. Crushed stone. Yeah, everything else is okay. Rock dust, we can do that. I want those done, and then I'm going to make as many fuel packs as I can. And then I'll line up the rock dust. Okay, this can all be happening while we're doing other stuff. Okay, so open control panel. Right. So this is the control panel that we talked about earlier, or last episode. Shows us various things. We can turn things on and off. We can set custom switches for various things. That's in the main thing. You can set your faction here, public or private. If you're playing online, if you're playing multiplayer, you might want it to be private. Offline protection, you need to create something to have that on. And ammunition here, we don't have an ammo box at the moment. So in here in devices, this shows everything that's in the base effectively. So we've got transportation, player spawner, signal sensors, what we got there, lever and a motion sensor, ventilator, oxygen, things like that. We've got a growing light, signal logic. That's for setting basically with your switches and things like that. That's a little bit further down the track. And general statistics. So we see our general stuff. Unlock level 3. So if we wanted to build this base, the stuff that's in it, we would need to be level 3 to be able to unlock everything. Tells us how many blocks there are and things like that. What the fuel is. Oxygen and medicine. Attack and defense, there's none at the moment. Resources. What resources do we have at this base, which is all useful information. Cargo production. So we got one cargo. We have got an ammo box somewhere. Alright. Interesting. Where's the ammo box? Is it out here? Just be wary of the temperature. Yes, there it is. There's the ammo box there. We got a multi-charge and a 12.7mm bullet. Okay. They can go in there, so we're not going to need those for the moment. Okay, open registry. To do that, we press M to bring up the map. We have these icons along the top here. In fact, you could probably do it from anywhere. Let's have a look. Yep. Bring up your inventory, we'll do it. Whether P does it. Yep, P. It's up here. So, we've got our player. That's our inventory screen, effectively. Got our tech trees. It's where we unlock everything. So each thing tells us the blue number is how many points it'll take to unlock that. And along the top here we've got base, capital vessel, small vessel, hover vessel, miscellaneous tools and weapons. In the weapons here, and sorry, along the top here we've then got the levels. So it tells us we're level 5 at the moment. We've got 70 points to play around with. These are the levels. And underneath it you need to be that level to be able to unlock things. So here's the assault rifle that it gave us. Requires 6 unlock points. So we can unlock that. That will now give us the opportunity to craft ammunition. But because we've now hit level 5, we get that at level 3. We can now craft or unlock an assault rifle tier 2. So damage on the assault rifle is 35, damage on this is 40. Range on this is 280, this has 360. Rate of fire 300, this has 400 rounds per minute. Also magazine capacity there is 20, this is 30. So it's just all round it's better. So we will unlock that. Sniper rifle, we could unlock that. I'm not going to do that at this stage. Tools, one thing we do want to unlock in the tools is our multi-tool. That's used for removing things, removing blocks and recovering materials. The tier 2 drill here, which is available at level 7, basically this is where it then we move away from using biofuel for the drill, and we then start using promethium and fuel packs to craft drill charges. So we'll unlock the multi-tool. Alright. So that's basically the tech tree, and you've got all sorts of stuff in here. So, and we'll slowly go through that. We'll unlock as we need to. Next thing along is factions. So, it's human faction, humanoid, explorer, neutral. This is if you want to create a faction. This is probably more to do with online. So, I suppose like a guild, something like that, maybe. Okay, your PDA, Personal Data Assistant. So you see here, Robinson Protocol, we're almost finished it. Make yourself at home. This is the last thing that we're doing at the moment. Shows us all the things there. We do have some solo missions here, so there's various missions in here. And you just choose it, and then you need to activate it. So you choose that heading there and you activate that one. Tells you what you need to do. Collect all the edible plants on Akua. You get 10 gold coins, which gold coins you're able to use at traders, and we'll be looking at that. Game mechanics knowledge base, game mechanics Q&A, a lot of information in here. If you're wondering about something, have a look at it. It's got a fairly decent amount of information. Wildlife, raptors, aggression, will attack on sight, possible injuries, open wounds, so spiders, poisonous bite, alien parasite there, attack on sight, attack on sight, attack on sight. So predators. Prey, lizard mule, possible loot, raw meat, mule milk as we saw it, slimes, raw meat, alien parts. Herd raptors will attack when provoked, so they'll give you some raw meat. Alien bug will attack when provoked, and they give you raw meat and alien tooth. So, Triceratops, raw meat, mule milk. So the prey will effectively do that. Will attack you only if you attack them. Blueprints. This is where if we've saved any blueprints, there are some, you'll see some Raid 0 ones here, which are ones I've saved from previous series. But there are some pre-filled fab stuff in here. As you can see, these are the ones that are included. So if you don't want to build your own vehicles or bases or things like that, you can use these. It tells you what level you need to be. So say we wanted the hover vessel, HV, prefab tier 1, unlock level 3, and this is what we're going to need. To do that, we then need to go to the factory and start adding resources in, and this is the resources we would need. We'd need that many iron ingots, copper, cobalt and silicon, and there's various ones in there. Small vessels, capital vessels, bases, so all good stuff. That's as I said, if you don't want to build your own stuff, then or initially, especially when you're first starting out, you know, it might be worth using some of these and yeah, have a look at them, see how they've been built. Okay, marketplace. This is more to do with online as well. Basically, if you're playing on a multiplayer server, you can put things up for sale at a trading station. Registry, this is where it wants us to go. So I'll just look at the other things first. Map, we've seen the map here. Rotate it round just by left clicking. Gives you some information about the actual about the planet. Most important thing probably when you go to a planet is to have a look at the deposits and see what deposits it gives you. Now, your starter planets will all generally give you these items here. Having said that, no, I'm actually wrong there. Masperon may not give you everything, so it's worth checking out this. If there's something you're missing, what it means is you need to start attacking points of interest to actually gather them. You'll need to start looting them, or you need to get off the planet, but most of the time you need to start looting to get the materials to get off the planet. Sector map. Okay, this is the sector map. This is more to do when we're traveling in the capital vessel, which is later down the track. But you see we've got Omicron Moon. Here we've got the Akua and Kua Moon, Skillon. We've got a trading outpost there. As we move to these, it'll open up more to show us. It'll only show us what is in our facility or what we can travel to from our current location. So once we move to Omicron or to Skillon, basically it'll then show us where we can travel from there, and it'll open up new other planets. Control panel we've seen. Basically that's that one there. So registry. There we go. Tutorial complete. Robinson protocol completed. Message incoming. I'm sure we'll get the message. Now, the registry, what this is mainly to do with is to be able to waypoint things like bases and vehicles. So basically we don't really have anything at the moment that we can really waypoint, or it's worth waypointing at the moment, but that's what the registry is for. And so you can filter up here by base, capital vessel, just to make things easier to locate on the map or on your compass as well. Okay, so we'll get out of that. So it did say message incoming, but let's go to the PDA. Go back to the tutorials. Robinson protocol. Right, so we got 20 iron ingots, 20 magnesium powder, and 50 promethium pellets by completing the Robinson protocol. And at this point, then effectively we're on our own. So there's our that is out. And what we can now do is we can have a look at assault rifle tier 2. So we need metal components. To do that, we need to go up into our components section. metal components. These ones. We get 2 each time. How many do we need? 5. We're not going to be able to make the assault rifle, and the reason being, something we hadn't covered, you'll see in the input items over on the right hand side there, we need 5 metal components, we need 1 electronics, and we need a rifle upgrade kit. Rifle upgrade kits, or any of the upgrade kits, you cannot craft. You have to loot them, so we can only get that from a point of interest. That's fine. We do need metal pieces, so what I'm going to do, so we need some 5.8mm bullets to go with our assault rifle. We need 5 metal pieces for that. What I'm going to do is go into components, metal pieces. We get 10 each time. So that would just make 100 at the moment. No, that's going to use all of our iron. So 10. Yeah. We'll make 100 of them. That'll use 50 of that. And then we can come back here and we can tell it. Alright, so we've got 100. Let's do 20 of those. And we get 25 for each one of them. So that'll be 500 bullets. And we've now got a decent amount of fuel. We'll head back in and we will just fill that up. There we go. Okay, that is the end of the Robinson Protocol as we know it. So I'm going to call the episode here, guys. Sorry, it's a bit of a longer episode today. Just wanted to finish off that Robinson Protocol and cover quite a few things. We will continue on in the next episode, and haven't quite decided what we're going to do in the next episode. I'll think about it between videos. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm Raid0AU, signing out.